Osho Krishan is now joining us to talk about markets. Osho, this breakout which we are witnessing today, what has happened is that follow-up selling has not come because last few days on any upside or a big gap up, which would land up giving up some of the gains. Do you think we are readying for higher levels and short covering can gather pace from here?
Good morning. First of all, thank you for having me at your show. Well, looking at the recent development in Nifty, there is certainly a strong rebound that can be seen. From the zone of 19,000, there has been a strong rebound. But looking at the technical setup, that means the recent candlestick formation on the daily time frame is not very much convincing because it is forming a kind of a doji. So conviction in the buying segment is still lacking in the market. It is just because the global stability is there, we are tracking it and we are opening on a higher note, and on a very decent manner we are able to sustain on the higher note from the past two trading sessions. But looking at the overall formation, yes, the conviction still lacks in our market, and one should maintain a sign of caution in these kind of conditions, because if we will be looking at a reversal kind of signal, then again our market is still hovering in the cycle of lower lows, lower highs. So that means we are not permanently have came above the zone of lower trend or the downtrend. So we should maintain a caution approach. But in the meanwhile, there has been an upshift in the support zone. The support has shifted towards 19,000 and 19,100 levels. But on the higher end, for Nifty, 19,400 and 19,500 is a very crucial resistance. So it will be a very daunting task for the bulls that whether it can surpass the same in the coming period or not. So yes, as you have mentioned, there can be some kind of uncertainty that can be seen. So one should maintain caution and stay specific to stock-centric approach.
Right, and then Osho, obviously you're being cautious, but then what are you looking at in terms of top picks right now?
See, as of now, looking at the technical data and overall the festive seasons, the approach of festive season, there are two technical picks that I would like to recommend. The first one is from the automobile sector, Hero Moto Corp. Hero Moto, if we have seen from the previous or in the recent period, it has consolidated near the neckline of the previous breakout. So one should try to buy Hero Moto Corp at the current levels. On the higher end, one can expect 3275 as the first target. And once it breaches the zone, we can even see 3,300 levels for Hero Moto Corp. And on the downside, one should maintain a stop loss of 3,050 rupees. The second technical pick is Titan. Titan has seen a very strong move in the last previous week. And even in today's session, it has restricted its up move towards from the zone of 3,300. But this is giving an opportunity to accumulate this counter. So one can accumulate Titan at current levels, 3,250 to 3,260 is the zone. Keeping a stop loss of 3,175 for the upside target of 3,380.
Let's talk about some of the breakout stocks right now. Look at Man Industries. It's just crossed the 250 mark, up 7%, right ahead of the results tomorrow. What kind of levels can we expect there?
See, in this counter, there has been the overall sentiments for this counter is obviously bullish. It is hovering at the pace of higher highs, higher lows, having a very strong technical setup. So looking at the overall sentiments, this counter is looking fabulous, and one can expect a target of 275 as looking at the technical perspective. But one should definitely keep a stop loss or restrict a stop loss near around 230. And if have not taken position, then wait for certain correction towards 245 to 250 zone. Keeping a stop loss of 230, one can accumulate for the target of 275.
Right, and Osho, also just in terms of what we're seeing, high volumes coming in, Zomato, obviously a good set of numbers that came in from the company, but on the technical level, do you think that Zomato could sustain and surpass above these levels as well? We're seeing currently at 119, so on the charts, what is the indication for Zomato?
See, overall, from the current financial year, the counter has very strongly performed, sustaining above the zone of 21-day exponential moving average on daily time frame. So overall, the technical setup is very robust. One can definitely look to accumulate this counter. There has been back-to-back good quarterly earnings in this company. So one can definitely look to accumulate this for short-term perspective. But as of now, the counter has already given a very strong up move. So better to wait for some correction towards the zone of 110 to 115. and there onwards one can expect an immediate upside target of nearly 130 to 135 levels.
Okay, that's the view coming in on Zomato. Thank you so much, Osho, for joining in with us this afternoon on ET Now.